Hello, my name is Jenna Peoples, and today I'll be presenting on the TED Talk entitled The Jungle Search for Viruses by Nathan Wolfe. Nathan Wolfe is an American virologist and epidemiologist who has been conducting studies on the transmission of infectious viruses around the world. He received his doctorate in immunology and infectious disease from Harvard University. He is currently a visiting human biology professor at Stanford University. He was the founder of Global Viral as well as Metabiota. Both of these provide service to the government for biological threat evaluation as well as management. Wolfe has been awarded more than $40 million in funding from a variety of sources to help back his work. He was also recognized as one of Popular Science's Brilliant 10, as well as Rolling Stone's Top 100 Agents of Change. He also has over 80 scientific publications. His TED Talk focuses on the problem. A vast majority of diseases stem from animals. However, as a population, we do not focus on the disease until it has already been adapted to humans. For example, AIDS began before the Great Depression. It stemmed from chimpanzees. It continually spread until its actual discovery in 1984, wiping out more of the population than what it would have had we done something from the beginning. Viral chatter is a term coined by one of Wolfe's colleagues, and it is the study of the movement of agents into humans from animals. His goal is to capture this movement and catch it early as an ounce of prevention. His proactive approach is to study the earlier interface before the disease is completely human adapted. This would prevent the rapid spread, as a population we would be educated of the issues. He wants to collect blood from animals and humans to study it and see where we are going wrong. He also wants to establish individuals in the population that can be monitored continuously, both hunters and those that have become sick. He wants to educate those hunting the animals because the problems stem when they come in contact with blood. He also wants to have those who are hunting collect blood samples because that will provide him with more data. And if they are able to collect samples, that means they are educated on proper handling of the animals along with their blood. In this particular TED Talk, his research was based in Africa. The native people are susceptible to infectious diseases and viruses because they are harvesting wild animals such as chimpanzees for food as they are living in poverty. Questions future generations may ask us is how did we allow most of the valuable animals go extinct? How did we let them continue hunting? Why did we let these behaviors continue in poverty? Why didn't we do something to help those in poverty? Why is the responsibility resting on those hunting the animals? Why isn't the whole population as a whole doing something to change it instead of pointing fingers at those that rely on the animals for food? Wolfe was susceptible to many issues when he was doing his research, including rough terrain. They had trouble getting to some of the locations. Also, they had trouble getting the specimens back to the lab in time. They had to be back to the lab within 48 hours and they got stuck a few times. There's an issue of communication in rural areas with the native people. The natives maybe did not trust him because they didn't know who he was, what he was doing, and they probably didn't understand him or the issues that he was trying to bring forward. He also needed dry ice to ship specimens He had to beg bars and restaurants to give him some. He eventually did establish his own lab where he was able to produce his own dry ice, which he called the coldest place in Africa. 10 years, Wolf discovered new viruses in the group of HIV. He created a global movement, which is currently focused in Africa and Asia. And his goal is to identify new partners to continue growth in viral hotspots. The more people he has on his team, the more change we'll see in the future, I feel. Because these viruses aren't just stemming from Africa, they're stemming from other parts of the world too. Questions I have: is enough being done for this to be beneficial? Are we going to see change with his work? Will people truly coin in on what he's trying to say to prevent large breakouts such as AIDS? In light of recent time with COVID-19, is this research going to catch up in the future to make a difference? I guess what I'm trying to say is COVID-19 must have been missed. Not pointing fingers, but why wasn't something done? Where did it come from? You know, those type of things. Did his research possibly miss it? Could there be cures to the viruses in the animals? Could they have the antibodies to fight off the eventual disease? Should we be focusing more on cures for our current issues? And I'll end on a quote from Wolf, which spreads hope. He says there are commonalities among all pandemics that occur, and we can learn from them. One commonality is that we all come from animals. Is that all pandemics come from animals. And the other commonality is that we wait too long. Something needs to be done to make a change.